All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Reader. So I'm going to do something similar that I did last time. So generally, I like to break these stocks up. One of the things I'm trying to do is kind of figure out what's the mullen, obviously before it sucks now, right? But like, what is the hot AI stock of these smaller ones, right? So the first thing I do want to do is look at AI, and then I'm going to cover SoundHound, Big Bear, Guard Force, and Bullfrog all on this video. Because again, I said it, I use this sentence a lot, right? But as the tide rises, all the boats in the harbor lift as well, right? And if this stock right here, C3AI, does well, I do believe it helps the little ones lift as well. So my fears of last week really went away, and a lot of it was because AI drops a 14 burger today, right? So we'll talk about AI a little bit, but my real thought is going to be which of these little ones are going to pick up now that this one is, right? So we'll get into the details shortly, but real quick, what are we going to do? Same thing we always do, right? We take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how this thing is setting up short term. We have our 5 moving averages. There are horizontal support and resistance lines, as well as these diagonal trend lines that I do draw manually myself. And then when we're done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please like this video, subscribe to the channel, share this thing with your friends. Look, comment good or bad. Anything you can do really does help. And beyond anything, I just appreciate you giving me your time, okay? So let's talk about AI really quickly before we go into the littler ones, right? But I've said it often. I think AI is king. I think the AI stocks are not done. I think that there's just going to be a little bit of a cool down because, again, this thing did a little bit of a cool down. But as this rises, as it today hits, if we can actually get over this $44 line, essentially, oh man, there's so much that can still happen because, again, my next line's at 50. Give or take, there's still another almost 20% here. And look, red might be a real quick green all the way up, right? Are we at the bottom of this thing yet? Yeah, it looks like we are. The bottom of this thing is 43 and change. We're definitely at the 43 and change, right? But again, I put my line at the top. I have no plans on moving it. I still, like I said, see another $7 coming in right here, which is, again, $8 is basically 20%, right? So liking the MACD, liking the RSI, still a healthy number. Today's volume gets over the 50 average. And really, today's volume, we've been here before, right? Like, we've been as high as this a number of times, right? So as much as it looks like a pump, I don't think it's a pump and then dump, right? I think we should be able to hold this. If not, maybe we drop like towards 50-ish, but not like a wild drop back down to 25. But yeah, overall, this is nice. These kind of make me say this isn't done. And again, I like the channel that we're in. So AI itself should look really good and really should do well. And look where we're at on the weekly chart. We are over all the moving averages. That's really pretty. That's really pretty. Like, this thing might want to start coming up. Yeah, again, this is the 50. Like, oh man, just there's a lot to like here. Okay, so AI, I'm excited for it. That's for sure. From there, we start coming into what I've called the little ones, right? And SoundHound. Look, I hate moving average clusters. When all 5 of the lines are like a stone throw away from each other, man, it's so hard to escape, all right? Try to escape once, try to escape twice, try to escape 3 times, try to escape 4 times, and is now on the 5th attempt to escape, okay? I'm telling you, I like the MACD, I like the RSI. I know today's volume is obviously a red one, but actually the volume's not that bad. We're starting to like push this 50 moving average, which I like, right? I mean, end of the day, I really need to believe we're going to break over the moving averages. And I'm pretty sure that number's got to be a little closer to 345, 350. I think if we can close at 345, 350, that's where we'll start thinking about 460 and onward, right? But look, I'm glad that the 100 is at least seemingly going up. I'm glad that like most of these moving averages look like they're going up. And again, MACD and RSI do look good. End of the day, it's hard to get out of these clusters, and we just generally need to believe it, and we need extra good confirmation, all right? You know, I normally need regular confirmation. I need extra good confirmation. All right, these are very technical terms. I'm kidding, but again, look, decent MACD, decent RSI, decent volume. End of the day, moving average clustered of 3 on the weekly, right? And all we have are these 3 moving averages. There is no fourth one yet, right? So this thing's close. I'm telling you, it's so close, and it's actually been so close, right? And this line can only be hit so many times before it breaks, right? It's like a boxing match, right? Like you can only get hit by Mike Tyson so many times before your face explodes and you go to the floor, right? So we're hoping that this Mike Tyson of a stock can just break this 308 line, right? So sound is close, all right? Sound hound is close. I'm just telling you, I need good confirmation, all right? BBAI actually seems like it did the best of the day, all right? Obviously, a 12% day is a monster day, all right? Like, that is a real good day. What I do like, look, I was afraid of losing the 200 moving average and dropping all the way down. I'm not going to pretend I didn't talk about that, right? So I'm so glad that this 200 moving average held. Because for real, the last place you want your money is under all 5 moving averages, all right? I'm glad we're at least coming back. Not only are we coming back, today actually breaks the 8 and the 20. Theoretically, we might be coming at 250, right? 260. And just looking at this, that's basically a 10% swing right there. And then obviously if we can get over this, that would be fantastic, right? But MACD is close to 0. RSI is actually really small, and it's all about just holding volume at the 50. But BBAI looks good. And as long as you don't close back down around 224, 219, or even worse, right? As long as we can hold the 20 moving average and actually make me believe we're going up, like we're close to 50% candle too, right? Like just get me into the 240s tomorrow, and then yeah, I'll start believing in the 260s. But BBAI actually does look pretty good. And again, if it could get over those 2 moving averages, ooh man, that actually could be very, very nice. But I'm liking BB. I actually really am. Not a fantastic weekly, but again, not bad MACD and RSIs, and it's still early in the week, right? So maybe another good day or two, and this actually closes over the 8 and maybe even tries to push the 20 here. So interesting to say the least on this one. Guard Force. Okay, Guard Force, I wish it did a little better, okay? Because Guard Force is try to break both, couldn't, try to break both, couldn't, and then just kind of isn't right now. You can see that it actually did try to get over it, right? So a real hard gap up all the way to 9, right? Like this is very sexy to say the least. The problem is getting over the 20 is no guarantee, all right? Getting over the 8 is no guarantee, and we are actually under both. Okay, we were under both yesterday, we're under both today. Obviously today's better than yesterday. I'm glad we didn't go any lower, right? But this thing wanted to close over. This thing was actually a lot higher over, but then closed under. That's a little disappointing to me, right? But that said, believe me, I see the $9 target, right? This is literally where we're at. This is like, I was going to draw another one right here for a 50% candle. Like we got to get over 585. I think 585 is the money line. I don't even think it's worth drawing this thing. Get over 585 and it's 590, whatever, right? Like get over that and this should fly. MACD and RSI have looked better on the other ones. Again, this isn't horrible. That's a really low number. The problem actually is volume. That's some pretty shit volume right there. So needs to get a little bit better. And you know what? Let me just show it again. This was another one where I was worried. Okay, that's what I was worried. I was worried that we were going to fall into all-time lows. So again, I'm glad we're at least holding these. But yeah, it needs to go up. that like obviously every stock needs to go up, but this bad boy needs to get over the 8 and the 20. Otherwise, yeah, my fear would be it continues to stay under it, right? So, and then Bullfrog is last, BFRG, Bullfrog. Again, this one is under all the moving averages, right? That's not where we want to be. There's only 3 of them, but it's still under all of them, right? And MACD isn't really looking as good as the other ones. Even with the last one, there was a little bit more of a curve, right? So I do think I try to put these in order as best as I could. This one does seem like the worst of them, but again, breaking 530, this stock goes it goes crazy. It really does, right? So my problem just is I don't see a lot of things that are making me believe we're going to break 530 just yet, right? So get over the 8 moving average. That's definitely at the minimum, rule number 1. But this one doesn't look as good as the others. So hey, just my thoughts and opinions. Let me know what you think. Otherwise, thank you.